Reaching the top of world football is hard, but staying there is a completely different battle. In Qatar, Argentina lifted that unforgettable trophy and moved the entire world to tears. Now, they arrive on North American soil carrying one enormous question. Can the reigning champions do it again? Can they become world champions twice in a row? Lionel Scaloni's side are no longer the hunters. Every giant in this tournament is coming for them. They carry the weight of that championship experience. A squad locked together like a single unit. But defending a title brings a pressure unlike anything else, heavier than winning it in the first place. So the question stands, can Argentina hold their throne and bring that golden trophy home once more? Or will they fall to the inevitable fate of champions who climb too high? Team identity. Let's be absolutely clear about one thing. Argentina didn't come here just to defend a title. They came to write the final chapter of a generation that changed football forever. This is Lionel Messi's 6th World Cup campaign, and in all likelihood the last great stage of a career unlike any other. That single fact alone gives every training session, every squad decision, and every tactical choice a completely different emotional weight. But reading this Argentina as simply Messi and his supporting cast would be a serious mistake. Since the 2021 Copa America, Scaloni has been building something much deeper, a machine that wins even without Messi on the pitch. A team with multiple game plans and genuine tactical layers. Julián Álvarez's explosive form at Atletico Madrid, Alexis Mac Allister's elite consistency at the heart of Liverpool, and the stunning rise of young Nico, a 22-year-old turning heads all across Serie A with Como. This is a far more complete squad than the one that leaned on one man's genius in 2022. And for opponents, that creates the most dangerous combination imaginable. Championship experience, combined with the hunger of a new generation. Team strengths. The first and most commanding strength of the reigning champions is absolute midfield control. When Alexis Mac Allister, Rodrigo de Paul, and Enzo Fernandez play together, they make the ball feel like it belongs only to them. Against teams that sit deep and pack their defensive shape, this trio rotates positions constantly, building passing triangles, breaking lines, and grinding opponents down in the middle of the pitch. Against high-pressing sides, their circulation releases the pressure and establishes complete territorial dominance. When the knockout rounds arrive and European opponents come with speed and aggression, this midfield trio will be Argentina's greatest weapon. The second major strength stands between the posts and inside the minds of opposing strikers. Emiliano Martínez. Emi doesn't just make extraordinary saves, he wins psychological battles before the first penalty is even struck. In Qatar 2022, he didn't just guard his goal in the shootout. He got inside opponents' heads, piled the pressure on their shoulders, and made that penalty spot feel impossibly small. As matches get tighter and the stakes grow, never underestimate this factor. In their last 3 major tournaments, Argentina have never lost a penalty shootout. And behind every single one of those moments, there is one name, Emiliano Martínez. The third strength is attacking variety and tactical flexibility up front. Lautaro Martinez and Julián Álvarez can operate together on the same pitch, 2 completely different weapons who feed off each other brilliantly. Lautaro brings composure and clinical finishing inside the box. Álvarez brings relentless movement, intelligent runs without the ball, and intense pressure on the defensive line. Whatever a defense tries to plan for, they leave the other one free. And when you consider that Álvarez produced 10 goals and 5 assists across 15 Champions League appearances this season at Atletico, the threat becomes very real and very frightening. One more detail worth noting. Tactical data shows Scaloni's preferred system is a 4-4-2. Squad market values are staggering. Julián Álvarez at €100 million, Enzo Fernandez at $90 million. And Captain Lionel Messi remains the untouchable leader of the attacking line. Predicted starting 11 in goal between the posts and inside opponents' minds. Emiliano Martínez of Aston Villa, the defensive 4 at right back, Nahuel Molina of Atletico Madrid, dominating his entire flank. At left back, the experienced and reliable Nicolas Tagliafico. In the center of defense, a Premier League battle, Tottenham's ferocious €45 million stopper Christian Romero partnered with Manchester United's €40 million left-sided centre-back Lisandro Martinez. In the engine room of Scaloni's midfield, Enzo Fernandez of Chelsea at €90 million and Liverpool's €70 million metronome Alexis Mac Allister as the central pair. To their right, the tireless energy and pressing aggression of Rodrigo de Paul. On the left, the creative wildcard, €80 million Nico of Como, the most exciting creative talent in this squad. And now, the attacking partnership that will keep defenders awake at night. On the right, drifting toward goal, at 38 years old but still untouchable in his aura, the captain, the legend, Lionel Messi, and leading the line, pressing defenders from the first whistle and finishing with lethal precision. Atletico Madrid's Julián Álvarez, the man who took the Champions League by storm this season, waiting on the bench and ready to change a game in an instant. Inter Milan's Lautaro Martínez, Scaloni's most powerful attacking substitute. Key players and the X factor. Let's look at the individuals who could swing this tournament and the hidden weapon no one is ready for. First, all eyes on Julián Álvarez. He is ready to become the main character of this World Cup, not in Messi's shadow this time, but as the story's hero in his own right. His transformation at Atletico Madrid has been remarkable. He is stronger, smarter in his positioning, and visibly more complete as a leader. In Qatar 2022, he was the surprise. Here in North America, he carries the weight of expectation. Whether Álvarez can handle that pressure will directly determine how far Argentina go. Then there is Messi himself, but in a completely different role than we've seen before. Scaloni's system protects him. It doesn't ask him to run endlessly. Instead, it positions him as a conductor, conserving energy and entering the game only at the most critical moments. At 38, this is the perfect tactical design. But the risk is real. If the knockout rounds become brutal and Argentina need the old Messi, the one who single-handedly solved every problem for 90 minutes across multiple matches, that careful plan could quickly unravel. And now, the X factor, the name opponents haven't studied yet. Nico, 22 years old, raised in Real Madrid's academy, now stunning Serie A with Como under the visionary coaching of Cesc Fabregas, helping carry the club to Champions League football. When Messi needs rest, when the tempo of a match needs to shift, when Scaloni needs something completely unexpected, Paz is the answer. The world doesn't fear him yet. Opponents haven't memorized him. And that is precisely what makes him so dangerous. Weaknesses and risks. Let's be honest. For all the quality on paper, Argentina's biggest concerns in North America aren't tactical. They're on the injury report. Lisandro Martínez enters this tournament on a knife's edge after a calf injury. He's in the squad, but surrounded by serious question marks. His defensive partner, Christian Romero, is only recently recovered from a ligament issue. Scaloni trusted both men enough to bring them here, but that is a significant gamble given the intensity ahead. This central defensive partnership carries enormous quality and experience, but both men are currently at their most physically vulnerable. A high-pressing, vertically aggressive opponent pushing both of them through 90 minutes in the quarterfinals could become a serious problem. The second risk is one Argentina know too well: the psychological dependence on Messi. Scaloni's system is more layered than ever. But when things get difficult, when scores are level and time is running out, every player on that pitch still looks instinctively toward Messi for the answer. If he isn't physically or mentally at his sharpest in those moments, that reflex could paralyze the team's decision-making. Tactically, the spaces behind Argentina's wide areas remain a real vulnerability. A side like Portugal or Germany, quick in transition, aggressive in their press, could repeatedly exploit those pockets throughout the tournament and ask questions this squad hasn't fully answered yet. Scenario and prediction. Argentina begin their title defense in Group J alongside Algeria, Austria, and Jordan, who appear at a World Cup for the very first time. On paper, this group is an open door to the last 16. Failing to win all 3 matches would require a collapse of historic proportions, injuries, loss of concentration, or something genuinely unforeseen. But this is precisely where the champion's curse can quietly take hold. Defending the title demands a different kind of mental resilience than chasing one. In the best-case scenario, everything clicks from the start. Messi enters the tournament under a controlled, protected workload. Álvarez finds the net in the first 2 matches. The defensive line holds firm without requiring any medical intervention. In this picture, Argentina march to the quarterfinals without breaking a sweat and arrive at the semifinal battles fresh, sharp, and fully prepared. If they face a side like France or England, Martinez's wall and midfield control will determine the outcome. My prediction: with Scaloni's tactical intelligence and this squad's deep-rooted winning character, Argentina will reach at minimum the semifinals. And a second consecutive final is entirely realistic. For this team to fall short, everything would have to go wrong at exactly the same time. On the pitch and in the treatment room. About Argentina today, the question is no longer simply whether they are good enough to win this tournament. The real question is this: do they arrive in North America as a team that knows they deserve to win, or as a team that feels they are obligated to? Those two feelings sound similar, but the difference between them is enormous. The first creates freedom and creativity on the pitch. The second creates paralysis, frozen feet, heavy shoulders, and suffocating pressure. Lionel Scaloni's greatest challenge at this tournament isn't drawing up the perfect tactical blueprint. It's walking into that dressing room every day and restoring the feeling that won them that trophy in the first place. The feeling that they are playing free. We'll see you at the next Tactical Breakdown. Stay with the game.